Want to create a game without having to learn how to code? Unity Software has the answer for you. Let's look at this future hot stock. I'm adding Unity Software and Facebook to my list of hot stocks to buy in a pullback. You can see the full list of hot stocks to buy in a pullback at the end of this video. This is not financial advice. This is for entertainment only. Unity software can be used on all types of devices, computer devices, to create games. Cathie Wood's ARK Funds owns $1.25 billion of this Unity stock. Over 50% of the Apple games and the Google Play games are created on this platform. 60% of all augmented reality content and virtual reality content is made using Unity software. 90% of the new and emerging content is made using the Unity engine. In most cases, they don't actually sell the games, but they have things within the game that they sell, such as special privileges or special abilities that help you play the game better, that you can buy while you're playing the game. So it's actually a way of monetizing the game so that the creator of the game can make money, which Unity then takes a 5% cut of. The gaming industry has been growing by 10% per year, and mobile gaming has been growing by 25% per year. The gaming industry is projected to hit $200 billion by the year 2022. Engineers can use virtual reality to test models, which saves a lot of expense. Real estate can use virtual reality to see how changing the structure or even the furniture of a building or a house affects the looks of the property. There is much discussion of a metaverse. And a metaverse is a combination of the physical and the virtual worlds, which is going to become increasingly common. I'm also recommending Facebook simply because Facebook is always a good buy, it seems. They have a ridiculously low price to earnings, and they have bought Oculus, which is entering the virtual world in a major way. When wearing the Oculus headgear, it's like having an awake dream as you are locked visually into the virtual world. It's used in the manufacture of cars and airplanes and construction because they can model literally any product. And of course, you can use YouTube to learn how to use Unity software to create your games, which is very handy. 4 of Cathie Wood's ARK Funds own shares of Unity software, and Cathie Wood, in total, all of her funds, they own about 4% of all the shares of Unity software. So it is definitely a deep convictions stock on her part. It's estimated that the virtual world will grow by about 17% per year. It seems that we increasingly are bent on digitizing the physical world. Revenue from virtual reality is expected to hit $400 billion by 2025. Computer-aided design can model any product known to mankind. This is not a struggling company, as they have $1.6 billion in cash. Cathie Wood's ARK Funds are forecasting that the augmented reality could grow from $1 billion today to about $130 billion by the year 2030. Unity Software IPO'd in September of 2020, and its market cap is about of $30 billion. Unity Software beat earnings estimates in the fourth quarter of 2020 and in the first quarter of 2021, and they're set to release earnings, their second quarter earnings, on August 10th. If we look at the chart, we can see that it's had quite a ride. It hit 164 sometime in December, and right now it's at around 107. So I think we're getting it at a buy right now. I think the future looks bright. I think all these companies go through this where they go up immensely at their IPO and they sort of crash down and settle down, and that usually paves the way for long-term profits with a stock like this. I'm including Facebook as a hot stock pick because of their involvement with virtual reality, with their Oculus. Facebook has always been a fantastic stock to begin with, but they're getting into virtual reality, and you know they're going to integrate that into their social media more and more. So this is a very interesting prospect. Plus, I also noticed, and I could hardly believe, that their price to earnings ratio is 27, which for a high technology company like this, that's a pretty low ratio. It's high compared generally to stocks, but for the type of stock and the type of growth and the record they have, I think it's cheap. I made a chart comparing Unity Software with Roblox, which does largely the same thing in a somewhat different way. They have different methods, but they're focused on helping game creators. And I included Facebook because I'm making it also a hot stock pick. And with their involvement with virtual reality, I thought would be interesting. I think Facebook is easily the safest of these three, of course. It's got a huge market cap and is very well known. Between Roblox and Unity, they've had very different courses, haven't they? I mean, Unity is come down to half price almost. So I think Unity I think they both have a good future. They're going through a little bit of a shakeup right now, and I think that's why it makes it a buying opportunity, because they're both down somewhat, but I think they're going to spring back. Just the growth of the gaming and the virtual reality, I think is unstoppable. The stocks on my hot stock list on a pullback, they've all been discussed in previous videos that I think you would find interesting and helpful in a market pullback. So as I'm adding Unity Software and Facebook to my hot stock list, all I can say is I'll meet you in the Metaverse.